This is the Sabbath School lesson for the third quarter, 2021.
Lesson 5 from the series Rest in Christ is titled Come to Me. It's ready for teaching on July 31, and I'm Percy Harrold. Wednesday, July 28. For my yoke is easy. We already noticed that Matthew's use of yoke in this section echoes Judaism's use of the term and those of other New Testament texts referring to a wrong understanding of the law. The Greek term translated as easy in Matthew 11:30 in the New King James Version also can be translated as good, pleasant, useful, and benevolent. Many people around us consider God's law heavy-handed, difficult to comply with, and at times irrelevant. How can we help them to discover the beauty of the law and inspire love for the lawgiver? Matthew 11:30 reads, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Parents always remember the moment their child took that first step. A wobbly first step is followed by a tentative second step, then a third, and by then it's most likely that the child will stumble and fall. There may be tears and perhaps even a bruise, but once the child has felt the freedom of movement, he or she will get up and try again. Walk, fall, get up, walk, fall, get up. The sequence repeats itself many times before the child can walk securely, and yet, amid stumbles and falls, there is a proud little face triumphantly declaring, "Papa, Mama, I can walk." Walking with Jesus may not always be easy, but it's always good and the right thing to do. We may stumble, we may even fall, yet we can get up and continue to walk with Him at our side. In Galatians 5 verse 1, Paul wrote, "Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty by which Christ has made us free, and do not be entangled again with a yoke of bondage." What does that mean? How has Christ made us free? What is the difference between the yoke he asks us to carry and the yoke of bondage that Paul warns us against? We can be sure that whatever exactly Paul meant by the yoke of bondage, he was not referring to obedience to God's law, the 10 Commandments. On the contrary, it's through obedience, by faith, understanding that our salvation is secure, not based on the law, but on Christ's righteousness covering us, that we can have true rest and freedom. And so to finish the day, why is living a life of obedience to God's law one of more restfulness than one in which we disobey that law? This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. It's supported by the Sabbath School Department and Hope Channel Australia and is rebroadcast by Christian Record Services and through podcasts at It Is Written in the United States, Hope Channel Germany, and through Apple iTunes and SoundCloud. Remember, God is always faithful.